Let me try now. I hope it works. Now, just a moment. It should be okay. Still nothing? Still nothing? Hello, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? Hello, everyone. Ah, okay. Joanna says that it's okay now. Zuzi, okay. Yes. I figured out, like recently I bought a fancy microphone to make sure that you can hear me and you can see me better. And also during lockdown, there are the three of us plus the poodle in the flat. And according to the manufacturers of this awesome thingy, they tell me that if I use this microphone, then it will pick up only my voice and not everything else from the surroundings, including poodle steps and whatever. I don't know how much does it work, but I do my best to try not forgetting it. However, it's not enough to plug it in. I also have to restart the computer. And moreover, when I start the broadcast, then automatically is on mute and I have to unmute it with that button. And sometimes I forget. So I am very sorry about that. I am very happy that it works now. And in the meanwhile, Aniko, Vania, Monica, Veronica, Lynn, Beverly, the two Petras, Mektab, Honey. Honey, enjoy your visitors. And looking forward to see you later. Corinne, Donna, John, Shirley. So, welcome, ladies, one more time. I am really happy that you found the time to bead with me again. I am really looking forward. For today, as you probably know, Gail and Ingrid and Nicolene, hello, ladies. So for today, I created you a pair of matching earrings for the Tuschinski bracelet. You really liked it last week, so I wanted to continue with this theme. Also, I know that many of you ordered quarter TILA beads specifically because of this project. So I wanted to make sure that you use your stash as effectively as possible before you would have to order new beads. So before we start beading, I would like to ask a little advice from you. Can you maybe tell me a nice way? How do you get energy and how do you get recharged when you feel a little bit down and you feel a little bit less energized? I have to say that despite the good enough weather, goed genoeg, somehow this week was a little bit harder for me. Still in kind of a lockdown, still like this thing that walking on the street and I have to be careful how close I get to other people, all the washing hands, whatever, every very often like disinfecting and like going to the supermarket feels still like an adventure. That how do you do it? That how do you make yourself forget? So Sarah says, buy beads. Actually, that happened. If Niti would be here, then she would testify because she visited me this week. She lives not so far away. And we were unpacking together a very big box of new beads. So that certainly helps. Then Viveka says that she's working in her garden. That's a really good idea. Since March, I started to work on my balcony. It was a kind of a mess before that. We moved to this flat 3 years ago, and somehow the balcony was not a priority. And when lockdown started, then I decided that now it's the time. to take care of it. So now there are herbs and flowers on the balcony. So yeah, that really helped also. Mariola says, go to a bead store with 1.5 meter distancing. I don't really have bead stores in Amsterdam, I have to say. We have some, but not really with those kinds of beads which I liked. There is a bead store with semi-precious stones, but not many Japanese or shaped beads. And Petra says, I take long walks and go to the gym outdoors. That's a really good idea. And Gail says, I get up and play with my puppy. She has endless energy. And says, I'm finding the same thing. Going out now can be so exhausting, right? Thank you for understanding. Oh, Jana asks, how is your olive tree? It's still alive, Jana. Thank you so much for remembering. It is still okay. I am a bit worried about it that since they warned me in the flower shop not to water it too much, that now I am watering like not enough. So there are some leaves which are not so fresh and crispy, but more on the dry side. Same with my what's the English word? My Dutch friends, what is salia in English? Or Hungarian friends, what is zsája in English? They told me not to water it too much, and now I ended up watering it too little. Where is the golden middle? And Nancy says, have a coffee on your balcony in the sunshine. That's exactly what I was doing today, by the way. I also took out my lunch. Today I am alone at home. And yeah, that's what I was doing actually. I took my lunch, I took my coffee, even if there is tons of work to do. Recently, like, I got a bit overwhelmed with my emails because in May I was, some of you know, I was the guest teacher in the Seed Beads and More group, and doing 4 videos a week and answering lots of questions, which I really like, caused a bit of like getting behind with my emails. So now I am trying to work on that. So it's a bit, yeah, I think I need to take rest during the weekend. Yeah, Kata says sage. Yes, indeed. Oh, and it seems I'm not alone with my watering problems. Sharon says, that's me. I either water too much or not enough. I just don't do plants anymore. Oh. Oh, Susie says, I could see it last week, the olive tree through the window behind you. Then I tried to show it to you. Oh, a little bit visible, I think. Yeah, there are also some flowers and tulips. One of the last tulips I could buy this year. Slowly the season will end. And Shirley says, yes, I have been making it a habit to drink tea on my patio every day and learning how to garden. And Corinna says, chocolate is a mood enhancer. I chugged down like half a bucket of ice cream today. It had like half-baked brownies and chocolate chips and peanut butter. Is there anything more evil than that? Kata says, I could not sleep well this week. There is something in the air, not love. I'm so sorry, Kata. I think it was, yeah, I didn't sleep last night, also on Tuesday. I just have to take a proper rest. And like, don't misunderstand me, like, I loved doing all the videos and everything. It's just, that's the part I love. But then the administration and everything piles up in the background, accountant asking questions. And I hate that part. And that's what is draining energy, not the videos and your questions and creating video. That's what gives me energy. Just all the rest, you know, the bureaucratic stuff. So let's get started, shall we? So this is the link to the file which you can download or buy according to your preference. As you know, no one has to bead alone started to ease the loneliness during lockdown. And the tutorial is my helping hand to you if you got into a heavy situation because of Corona. And if you, but if you want, and if it is in your powers, then you can also decide to buy the tutorial, in this case only for €3 this week, to support the broadcast and to ensure that there will be more broadcasts coming. Also, you can, if you want, you can really help me with sharing the news that this is happening, inviting your friends, sharing your jewelry, and mentioning it that it was made during one of the No One Has to Be Alone sessions. Many of you are doing it, and I am really, really grateful for it. Thank you so much. Janice also had a bad week. It has been a heartbreaking week and my heart is very heavy. Janice, my thoughts are with you. I'm glad that you could join us today. And Vania says, I'm telling everyone. Thank you so much, Vania. So, yeah, it seems that many of us had somehow not such an easy week. And still, like, the situation is getting better, but it's far from ideal. Also, when I look at the news coming from the United States and slowly, like, from all around the world, then it breaks my heart that the reality was and is still so far away from actually what I would imagine as an ideal world. And I just want to say that Black Lives Matter, and I'm with you. And yeah, and thank you for being here, because this gives power, this gives energy, and this being together gives positivity. Thank you, and let's get back to beading. So, if you would like to download the tutorial, please navigate to the Storytelling Jeweler / No One Has to Be Alone / and I'm trying to list all our sessions there, and the one on the top is the newest one, and you can download the tutorial from there. So, before we actually start beading, I would like to mention that after finishing the Traveler project in the Seed Beads and More group, which was like an amazing experience, we were learning the basics of bead embroidery together. I just put together a blog post featuring some of your beautiful jewels and some of your stories which were woven into the Traveler pieces. So if you navigate to the storytellingjeweler.com and you click on the blog, then the newest blog post is featuring some of the beautiful jewelry, including the stories. It's so nice to read the stories. And in the near future, a second blog post will be coming, because I just got more of the photos from you. And you can still participate if you want. Just send us an email to orders@thestorytellingjuveler.com with a picture of your traveler, with the story you have woven into it, and maybe like a couple of words that what have you learned during that month. And I would also like to mention that finally we have available the pomegranate bracelet kits on the page. For quite a long time, they were available only as a workshop project, but since like 99% of the workshops this year are cancelled, sadly, that includes now the Bead and Button Show 2, which would have been the 20th anniversary. We decided to release the kits. So for now, the tutorials separately not, but the tutorials together with the kits are available for these fun right angle wave bracelets. And one more thing to mention is that we decided to organize the first storytelling contest. And we are still in the process of like finalizing everything, but I can already say that it is going to be great. We will have 3 categories. The first category that you can enter with a jewel made from a storytelling tutorial, excluding No One Has to Be Alone tutorials. Then the second category are the No One Has to Be Alone tutorials, your variation of one of the jewels from a Friday Bead Together. And the third category is a jewel beaded with an L2 Studio art cabochon. And we are in the process of talking to sponsors who will provide prizes for you. And I can already say that one of the biggest, possibly the biggest manufacturer of beads, they told me that they really like this, what's going on here, including the No One Has to Be Alone. Mainly the No One Has to Be Alone. So they really want to sponsor the contest, and there are going to be some awesome prizes. So I am in the process of finalizing the rules and everything, but you can already start thinking about it, that which of your jewels would you like to enter into the contest. You can enter with 1 jewel to every one of the categories until the 20th of July. And I will soon post the article with the rules. I hope that you are getting excited, because I am very excited about this. Another way to play together. Vanya was asking about the competition. Everything will be included in the article. I am nearly finished, so I will post the article soon. And if you have still more questions, then please write me or write under the post, and I will then include every answer. So let's get to Tuschinski, the Tuschinski earrings finally, right? So first, this is the bracelet, what we've made last week. And I wanted to show you some of the beautiful examples you have posted in the Storytelling Beading Club. This is a beautiful, classic, elegant version from Adriana. I really like it. She made it very it's made from metallic tones, but then the silverish white pearls on the edge really give it energy. What do you think? I really like it. Then we have a monochromatic version, or a nearly monochromatic version from Andrea in blue and bronze tones. And this is also very, very elegant, and I can imagine that it is a real eye-catcher when she is wearing it. And then the third one, I couldn't leave out this because I think this is a great idea. So, as you might already know, Susie loves making brooches, and in this case, she fixed one of the Tuschinski motifs to a brooch base, and then she even attached a drop to the bottom. And I think this is really, really beautiful. We have many filigree brooch bases in the e-shop at thestorytellingjeweler.com, many different shapes and sizes, if you would like to try something like this. And thank you very much, Susie, for the inspiration. And let's get finally started, shall we? So first, are you prepared? Can we go over the material list? I will put back the link on the page so you can download the tutorial if you want. And then you can work simultaneously from the explanation, and if you maybe need to look at the illustrations some more. So for the earrings, you will need my usual 4LB or 0.12 millimeter FIRELINE. Then you will need, I will tell the amounts for one motif, and you have to double it for a whole pair of earrings. But in case that you want a brooch or a pendant, then the original amount is enough, of course. So you need 4 pieces of 6 millimeter round purse, 8 pieces of 4 millimeter round purse, 10 pieces of quarter TILA beads, an 8 millimeter rivoli or chaton. Actually, I used something else. I used cubic zirconia cabochon, which has even more angles, and it's very beautiful. You can a bit see through it because it doesn't have a foil, and it is available with 20% off this week only, in all sizes and all colors at thestorytellingjeweler.com. Then at the bottom there is a drop. For this version I used a semi-precious drop drilled from the top to the bottom, but it's very easy to modify it, so you can use any kind of drop you want. So please tell me if you have everything prepared, and in the meanwhile I will look at the comments because I see that some of you asked some questions. Vanya says that this is actually her favorite design. One of my favorites too, Vanya. Lynn is asking, can you do a project that has TILAs, can't find the half or quarter TILAs? That's actually between my plans for the near future, Lynn. We actually got a lot of quarter, half, and original TILA beads a couple of days ago, so they will all be available in my favorite colors. But and yeah, now we had some quarter TILA projects, and then slowly we will move on to half TILAs and TILA beads too. And then we have Sherry. She says, hello, hi Erika and friends. On the way to the doctor, but wanted to stop in and say hello. Hello, Sherry. I really appreciate it, and have a nice weekend. So, are you ready? Can we start beading? What do you say? I will put the picture of the earrings on the screen first, so you can take a good look at it. By the way, the cabochon, it does not have to be a rivoli. It doesn't even have to be the same size, since there is nothing else connected to the bezel. Then you can absolutely exchange it to something else, or you can use a bigger rivoli, or you can use an oval cabochon, whatever you like. Or simply a bigger bead is also possible to include. So Vanya says that she tried a pendant. Oh, and Shirley is asking, is it possible to make this with half TILA? Actually, we had a beader in the group who posted a version with half TILA. It is possible to make it. However, there will be a gap between this half circle made of DELICA beads and the half TILA beads, and between the pearls. You can maybe try to include, instead of 5 quarter TILAs, only 4 half TILAs, but this is something you will have to like experiment with. And Sarah says, I be the traveler instead today. I will bead the earrings later. I got my cuff chains, so I have to play with this. Totally understandable. I could also not say no to new cuff chains. I know what you feel. I love cuff chains. Whatever you bead, I am really happy that you are with us today. So let's get started. I prepared about an arm span of the FIRELINE, and I already threaded my needle. And we will start exactly in the same way as last week for the bracelet. So first, please pick up 4 pieces of 6mm round pearls and 4 pieces of MIYUKI DELICA beads interchangeably. And once you have all 8 beads on your thread, then please tie a knot with the tail and the working end. You can leave a tail of about 10 to 12 centimeters or 5-6 inches, and you can secure it later. And then, if you want, you can actually bead one more time through all the beads to secure the connections. And what's important, that when you finish step number 1, then your thread should be exiting a number 11 DELICA bead. Jenna says, you showed us your cuff chain order. I would want to play with cuff chain also. If I know well, then you also have cuff chains included in the package on the way to you, all right, Jana? I hope you get it soon now. Vanya is asking about a pendant. I actually have something on my mind in collaboration with one of the beaders in the Storytelling Beading Club. So I will reveal it at the beginning of next week. So we already took care of that. You didn't even have to say your wish, and it's already taken care of. I was joking the other day that we fulfill more than 3 wishes, but it seems you don't even have to make a wish before you have made a wish. It's already fulfilled. And ladies, let me know if you have step number 1. I still have a sip of coffee. I didn't make a new cup of coffee for today evening because I drank already an unbelievable amount. So sometimes even I have to say that it was enough, especially because I'm still drinking the bad overburned coffee with milk, and it's not such an enjoyment. But yeah, last sip. I don't waste it, even if I don't enjoy it that much. So I hope you have the step number 1. Teresa says it's done. Hello, Teresa. So then when you are exiting number 11 DELICA, then you will want to pick up 5 pieces of quarter TILA and 4 pieces of MIYUKI DELICAs interchangeably, starting and finishing with a quarter TILA. And after picking up these 9 beads, by the way, if you are a perfectionist beader, then you want to note that which way are the bumps of the quarter TILAs facing. Yes, indeed, they have little bumps on one side. So when you have all the 9 beads on your thread, then you will want to skip the next 6mm round pearl and bead through a DELICA, a round pearl, and another DELICA bead. And then you want to repeat the same on the opposite side of the motif. And in the meanwhile, Sue is asking, Erika, do you do Zoom classes? I have done one, and there are more to come. I want to get the competition started, so I want to finalize the rules and everything, and then I will start offering the possibilities to join Zoom classes with me. We had one, which was originally supposed to be a real-life workshop in Amsterdam, but because of the situation, we had to go online. And I know that some of the beaders, they were nervous. I was nervous. I have to say that I was nervous that how will it go. But we had lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. We had 2 sessions. We started to work on the projects together. Then there was a bit of time for all the beaders to work individually on their pieces. And then we finished by a kind of a brainstorming session when everyone was sharing their experience, asking questions, pointing out that what was inspiring, what was hard, what are still like the little bit less clear points of the design, and we were all brainstorming and helping each other, and it was great. I really liked it. We have actually some of the beaders here who participated in the workshops. So if Kata, Niti, Katie, Tanya, if you have time to type in a comment with your experience, or Annalene was also there, Andrea was there, Elena, then I would really appreciate it. And Kata says, yes, we had lots of fun at Zoom workshop. So, in the meanwhile, I am pretty sure that you have made step number 2. So, repeat the thread pass, please, to strengthen the connection. And I actually have a picture here. I will try to find it quickly. I really liked it. It's a picture from our Zoom class. Actually, 2 pictures, which I would like to show to you. Okay, I found one. And in the meanwhile, I will hide step number 1, but I will put on the screen the group picture. So when I have a normal workshop, which I organize, then I really like to make it special. So I also bake cookies and make a salad and prepare some treats and really want to make it special. But this time, because of COVID, the opportunity to really like show my hospitality to my beaders was taken away from me. But then together, actually, Yvette had the idea originally that we can still kind of share a meal together if we send everyone a chocolate. So we ended up eating the same kind of chocolate bar. Everyone sitting at home in front of their computer, but kind of having the feeling that we share it together. And it was really nice. So this is our group picture. Oh, this is our group picture from the workshop. And Niti says, I really liked it. It was great. I am so happy that we decided to keep the workshop and meet virtually. Me too, Niti. Me too. So, I'm pretty sure you have step number 3, right? Then, if you have it, you should be exiting a 6 millimeter round pearl between the two sections of okay, bead one more time. So you went one more time all around, retracing the thread path. And then what you want to do is that after, I keep trying to like point at the screen where the illustration is, and then I have to realize like, yeah, you don't see me, where do I point? So you have to bead through a 6 millimeter round pearl between these two sections of quarter tilas, and then you pick up 3 pieces of number 15 round beads, and you bead through the open hole of the first quarter tila. And then you fill the gaps between the open holes of quarter tilas using 4 millimeter round pearls. And when you get to the 5th quarter tila, then you pick up 3 pieces of number 15 round beads, you bead through the 6 millimeter round pearl, then again 3 pieces of number 15 round pearls, and on the lower edge you continue filling the gaps with 4 millimeter round pearls and finish it off with 3 pieces of number 15 seed beads. And at the end, you should be exiting the 6 millimeter round pearl on the right hand side of your motif. Please let me know if this was clear or if you need a bit more or a different kind of explanation. I am always very happy to explain it one more time. By the way, this is becoming a funny project for me because you may know I confess that I don't always have enough time to finish off every one of my projects. So the one on the pictures, the original bracelet, it's actually half a bracelet, because then instead of it together with you last Friday, I decided to start a new bracelet, which is still not finished off. Then I beaded half an earring for the original bracelet, and now I'm beading half an earring for the second color combination, because I just really want to include a different kind of drop. So I will end up 2 half bracelets and 2 half earrings after this broadcast. And Vania says, I'm getting to my work, so say goodbye, but I will watch the rest later. Then take care. Thank you for joining us, at least for a bit, Vania. Take care. Vania is doing important work, assembling COVID testing kits. That's awesome. And take care. And keep an open eye for the competition rules. And if I forgot to mention there's something what you would be curious about, then please don't hesitate to ask a question. And see you soon. Oh, Alice says, Erika, I had to use half tilas and only used 4 and worked out perfect. Love you, Alice. Thank you so much for giving it a try, and thank you for sharing your experience. And Sarah says, don't send it to me. Oh, Janice says, Erika, I am not beading today, dealing with issue with my car and garage. I have such a headache. Watching you end beaders is just the pill I need. Dearest Janice, I really hope that you will get better soon. And I hope that your car will be all right. And I'm glad if we can help you a little bit at least. So, ladies, by the way, I am really curious. Are you beading matching earrings for your bracelets from last week, from the previous week, or are you beading a completely new color combination? Please tell me in a comment, and I am very curious. Shirley also says, oh, feel better soon, Janice. Shirley also says that Erika, the 𝐓𝐻𝐿s are working well for me too. By the way, ladies, like, okay, I will tell it afterward, but Jenny says, a new colorway, same quarter TILAs. Mariella says, beading a matching set of earrings. Georgie is beading a completely new combination. Sharon says matching if I can find the right drop beads. Niti is also beading matching earrings. She has to sign out a bit. Then, yeah, see you hopefully soon, Niti. Viveka is beading the earrings and the bracelet at the same time. Petra was not beading the bracelet, so she's beading only the earrings for now. I'm pretty sure you will catch up, right? Brigitte will start anew because she didn't find the quarter TILAs. Nicolene, I used just a little bit of TILAs, I found. Okay. Dennis didn't make the bracelet, so this is the first one for her. Ingrid Frida, new colors, different pink ones. �W𝐀𝐊𝐄 didn't have the right color of cabochon, so I am just making to be with the group and learn. That's also awesome. Kata makes matching ones. For your white one or for your blue and green one, Kata? Alicia is asking, are these bead-alongs saved somewhere? I have so wanted to do them with you, but I am working every day. You are wonderful to do this. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us, Alicia, and thank you for your kind comment. The link I posted earlier, I will put it in a comment. Just a moment. I am collecting all the broadcasts on one page, so you don't have to look for the videos on Facebook. Sometimes it can be a headache to locate something. So also, if you will be looking for the traveler videos, all the bead embroidery basics videos and Q&As and files, I also made a specific page for those ones, so you will not have to search for them long. And the same goes for No One Has to Bead Alone, that I still have to add the oldest ones, but I am working on putting them all together. And Sharon says, I like to make matching earrings. I like smaller earrings, so created a set when I finished the bracelet. Alice, she says, making into brooch and filigree. I see. Zuzi, I think you're an inspiration. Vicky also makes matching earrings. Kata for everything. So, do you have step number 4? How is it going, ladies? I will show step number 5. It's still the same as the bracelet. It's actually the same as you have done the clasp for the bracelet. So after beading through a 6mm round pearl, you have to bead up through 2 pieces of the number 15 round beads. Then you pick up 3 number 15 round beads, you pick up a DELICA and 3 more number 15 round beads. Then you bead through 2 number 15 round beads below the 6 millimeter round pearl, and then you bead through the round pearl too. And you will want to retrace the thread path of this step without adding new beads. And you will want to finish in the DELICA bead in the middle. Claudia says that she is late. Claudia, dear, navigate please to this site, and then you can download the pattern, and you can, even if you will be a little bit behind, you can bead with us and listen and engage in the conversation. So don't worry, don't leave, no worries. We have a solution for it if you can join us only a bit later. So I'm retracing my thread path, and actually I see that it really depends on the color coating of the seed beads, but with some of the colors it's possible that you will need only 2 number 15 round beads on top of the pearl. So if you think that it's too much, the 3 plus 3, then don't hesitate to try it with 2. So for the Nisse, you are exiting a 6 millimeter round pearl, and you want to bead through the first 2 number 15 seed beads which you added in the previous step. Then you pick up 3 pieces of number 15 round beads, 1 DELICA bead, and 3 more pieces of number 15 round beads. On the other side of the pearl, you want to go through the last 2 you picked up, which are the closest to the DELICA bead, and then through the pearl again. So you will want to make like a circle, partially through old beads, partially by adding new beads. Lynn is asking, can you use number 14 instead of 15? I imagine that those are a bit bigger and probably check seed beads. I haven't tested it with those. I use only MIYUKI seed beads, MIYUKI Japanese seed beads, but very probably you can use them, but you will need to adjust the number of seed beads added in the steps because of the size difference. So I will hide step number 4, and I will show you step number 7. Thank you very much, Rebecca. I really appreciate it. So when you are exiting the DELICA bead in the middle, then you want to pick up the drop. If it's a drop which is drilled from the top to the bottom, then it's very easy. You just bead down through the drop, you pick up a number 15 bead, then you bead up through the drop again. And then you want to get to the opposite side of the motif, to the 6 millimeter round pearl on the opposite side. I am using a different kind of drop for this new color combination I'm putting together. Well, the matching earring for my second color combination of the Tuschinski bracelet, half bracelet in my case. And I decided that I want to use a glass drop in a metal setting. We've got them recently. They are uploaded to the storytellingjeweler.com, to the e-shop, and I really like how elegant they are. Look at this. They are in different colors and shapes and sizes. And I think that this glass drop in the metal setting, it will really enhance the Art Deco feeling of the tutorial, that I was aiming for. So, ladies, please tell me how is it going with step number 7, okay? Joanna likes the drop. Thank you so much. What kind of drops are you using, by the way? Are you using Swarovskis or semi-precious drops, drilled from the top to the bottom, or some other variations? With a little bit of experience, it's very possible to attach any kind of drop to the bottom of this motif. I'm showing on the illustration one variation, but the possibilities are endless. So I'm beading up now to the opposite side of the motif. So with attaching the drop, we have the bottom finished, and then we are going to attach the cabochon. And I forgot to prepare a cabochon. So let me see. I have a box here with some tabs. I hope I can quickly find a matching color. Petra says she's doing it without a drop. That's also very possible. Shirley says, I have a beautiful violet top drilled bicone that I'm using. Sounds awesome. Teresa says, using a charm I took off of a bracelet. Reusing stuff, it's great. I can only encourage it. I really like it when something doesn't get wasted, but we find for it a new solution. Angelica, you are making me curious. She says, no drop, but some extra bling. I'm looking forward to see your picture. And, oh, I found what I want. I found it. I will add amethyst rivolis. I hope you will like it. So, did you manage to bead up to the opposite side, to the other 6mm round pearl, or do you need a little bit of more explanation on this? Please let me know how is it going. On the other side, the reason why I did not hide steps number 5 and 6 is because essentially you have to repeat step 5 and 6 on the opposite side. So just as before, you will, after the 6mm round pearl, you will bead through 2 number 15 round beads, pick up 3 number 15 round beads, a DELICA, and 3 more number 15 round beads. And then on the opposite side, you go through 2 number 15s, the pearl, and then you retrace the whole thread path 1 or 2 times. Sharon says, I don't have a lot of drops. Think I can use a grouping of 3, maybe stick MOP beads. We'll have to play with them and see. The MOP works well with the pearlescent white, MOP, mother of pearl, works well with the pearlescent white 6mm pearls. That sounds as a great match, Sharon. I hope that you will show a picture afterwards. Yeah, and this is really a part where you can get playful, also with the drop, also with the cabochon at the top. So even if it is a small, relatively small design, you can still personalize it and make it your own. And not only your character will be reflected, your own personality will be reflected, not only by the colors you have chosen, but also by your choice of the drop, the cabochon, if you want a drop, if you want a cabochon, if you want both of them or just one of them, whatever. And I really like seeing it, that how you take the designs 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps further, and you start playing with them. That's the best. So step number 7, after step number 7, you have to repeat step 5 and 6 on the opposite side of the motif. And again, please finish by exiting the DELICA bead in the middle. This is how mine looks like at the moment. And I will have the Rivoli at the top. I hope you like it. So, how is it going, ladies? I don't see comments for a while. I hope you are still with me. I don't want to bead alone. I still don't see any comments. I'm afraid. I mean, any new comments, because otherwise there are over 200 comments on the video already. Yes, Corinne is here. Thank you, Corinne. Nicolene is here. Nicolene is in the same city as me, actually. Alicia is here. Okay, Mariella was searching for Jana is going well. And Mariella was searching for other drops. They were too big. Alicia was busy with creating. I can understand that. Teresa is still here. Monica is still here. Barbara is here. Brigitte says she had to look for the colors of the chaton. Oh, by the way, Viveka says, this time I like my colors. I'm very happy with it. Donna says, here, but my nose is in my bead so I can see. Denisa says, had an issue with my drop. The hole is too big. Had to find an 11 so it wouldn't slip through. That's also a good solution. Or what I like to do, Denisa, if I have a drop with a too big hole, oh, okay, if the bead is in the at the bottom, of course, then you need to find the number 11. I attached my drop in a different way because it has a loop at the bottom, at the top. So in that case, when the loop is too big, then I just let my number 15 slide into the hole. But of course it doesn't work when the bottom bead is supposed to hold actually the drop. Kata is also busy. Joyce is watching. She doesn't have quarter tilas. Joyce, Alicia tested and Shirley tested that it works with half tilas. If you have half tilas, you use 4 half tilas and 3 pearls instead of 5 half tilas and 4 pearls. So if you have the other side, I will hide some pictures. If you have the other side, then what you need to do is that with square stitch, you attach DELICA on top of the DELICA bead first. I recommend to repeat this part at least 2 times, so the connection is really strong. Reinhilde is busy looking for a drop. Shirley says, I think my drop is too short. Is it maybe possible to make it longer by adding more beads on top of it? Or a bead cap or something? I don't know how does your drop look like, but sometimes it is possible to pull a trick or two. So you attach a DELICA bead on top of the DELICA bead, and after reinforcing the thread path, if you are working with an 8mm Rivoli or Chaton on cubic zirconia, then you will need to pick up 21 more DELICA beads, and you form a circle together with that first DELICA beads. So in the circle, there will be 22 DELICA beads, and as you recognize, that is exactly the number you need for bezeling an 8mm cabochon. So if you have a smaller or bigger cabochon, before you ask, yes, I have a crazy friend who bezeled a 6mm Rivoli. I don't want to repeat that. So if you have a different kind of cabochon, you will need to adjust this number according to your cabochon. And then you use this circle for bezeling your stone. Oh, not enough half tilas. Somebody did it last week with super duos also. So there are variations possible. You just need to play with it a bit. So I attached my DELICA bead, and now I will pick up 21 more DELICAs to make a circle of 22. Usually I'm talking even if I'm beading, but when I have to count, then I have to count. Kata says someone did it with bars. Indeed, thank you so much for reminding us. And Joyce says, I have super duos. Great, great. Maybe you can try finding the picture in the group. It was posted there. I don't remember who made it, but there was definitely a Tuschinski bracelet with super duo beads. Donna, maybe, or 𝐌𝐀𝐓, I'm not sure. So when you have your circle, then you can continue with peyote stitch, and you will bezel your cabochon. In my case, I am using an 8mm Rivoli this time. I will add 1 more row of MIYUKI DELICA 11s, and then I will add 2 rows of MIYUKI seed beads 15 on the front, put in my cabochon, and then I will add 2 more rows on the back, also MIYUKI seed beads 15. Lynn is asking, can you make the top piece then attach together? I have trouble holding both pieces as I work. Absolutely, Lynn. If you prefer beading it in 2 pieces, then when you are done with the main motif and the drop, secure your thread, cut the extras, bezel a rivoli, and attach it to your motif. All is well. Pardon. Hilly is here. She says Moby Duos works well also. That's great. And Brigitte says it might be possible with Super 8s. And Sue is asking, can the earrings be turned the other way around? The drops coming out of the small? Actually, they can be done that way. I will show you what Susie has done. I hope you forgive me. I will hide the pictures. So Susie turned the motif the other way around. I love it that she always takes my ideas one step further. I don't have enough time to play with them, and this is amazing how she goes forward and forward. So she actually turned the motif by 90 degrees. And she attached, also she was working with a glass drop in a metal setting, also from the storytellingjeweler.com, just saying. And she attached it to the shorter side. So it is absolutely possible. And Susie is here actually. Teresa just got home, so she's a bit late. Teresa, the file is online, so you can download or buy it, and you can catch up with us. Shirley is also going to try to turn the motif. And she says, I tried with Super 8s and couldn't get it to work, so we'll try with half TILAs and fewer pearls. And for Susie, a message, such a beautiful brooch. So, ladies, just please tell me. Okay, there is a bit of advice from Susie. Yes, so turn in quarter TILA and use the 4mm pearl for holding the drop. Thank you, Susie. And I will put back the last image. And please tell me if this part was clear, that how to attach the extra circle, the extra DELICA, and if you can follow the instructions. Bye, Hilly. Have a nice weekend. By the way, I totally feel like my brain is slowing down. That's the lack of coffee. I can't risk not having a coffee during the broadcast anymore. I need that extra kick. Oops, Susie says, oh, I sneaked for a minute from kids, but they found me. I think they always know where to look for you, with your beads and with your computer watching a beady broadcast. Okay, I actually managed to pick up more number 11s than I needed. I have 23 in the basic circle, even if I was not talking to you. I managed to miscalculate. Okay, one more time. Okay, and instead of starting anew, we were discussing it at one of the first broadcasts. It is actually a trick from Gem Power. I have here this eraser, and the eraser is just to hold this pin, and I will use this pin for breaking the extra bead. And this way, when I break the bead, then the shards of the glass, they will be pushed from outside, from the inside out, so there is no risk that the shards will tear my FIRELINE. Because if I would break the DELICA, the extra DELICA, with pliers, as I have done before, then I would have been pushing the glass towards the thread, and then there is a risk that I would actually tear the FIRELINE and had to start anew. Margaret is here also. Hello, Margaret, and thank you. Susie says, dinner time, my dears. Can't wait to see your beautiful earrings. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Erika, take good rest. Love you. Thank you, Susie. Love you too, and all your family. And I'm also looking forward to see you in the club. So, how are you doing with the bezeling? Joyce says, it's so fun hanging out with you. I wish I could do it with you. I'm so slow. Joyce, don't worry about your pace. Everything is good. If you work slower or faster than us, doesn't matter. Important is that you are here. Kata actually works faster than all of us. She usually works on 2 color combinations at the same time. Some of us are working slower. Then in that case, just print the tutorial and you can work in your own pace. By the way, at this point, for my bezel, I will switch for a different color of the number 15s. I did that with my first pair of earrings too. You can use either the same color of number 15s, or you can switch for another color. It's your choice. Another way of personalizing it. Just looking for my number 15s. Just a second. Since I showed you my storage for beads, I actually got some more of these bead towers. And now I can separate my delicas and the round seed beads, and I'm very, very happy with it. This whole kind of shelves, they fit exactly into my desk, so it's pretty cool. Finally, I'm getting happier with how I organize my beads, and it's getting, well, more organized. Yeah, that's one of the challenges for me for the upcoming weeks, because I realized that it makes me frustrated that my things are not as organized as they could be, and I want to get it right. So this was the first step. Margaret likes my storage. Thank you. I actually had a whole coffee time with Erika dedicated to my storage system. So you can look back if you want to see that how do I store my beads. There was another coffee time with Erika. For those of you who don't know it yet, every Tuesday I have a different kind of broadcast, which is like a talk show, I would say. We are not beading then, we are just chatting and having coffee together. And there is always a topic. So one week it was storage systems for jewelry, other week it was storage systems for beads, and it's always fun. Today I, by the way, managed to bump my elbow in a very stupid way. You know, there is this like point on your elbow that if you bump it into something, then it hurts like hell and you scream, and the bump might have not even been that big, but it's just, you know, that spot, and it still hurts after like 5 hours. It's not so great. But I can bead, so all is good. Somehow this year I am very prone to accidents with 2 bike falls, broken toe, and now the elbow, but the elbow will be good for by tomorrow, so no worries. And Lynn, can you tell us again how to submit our traveler and story? Lynn, I would love it if you decided to participate. The second article is coming, and all you need to do is please send an email to orders@thestorytellingjeweler.com, and you need to send a good quality picture, the story of your traveler, and maybe that what have you learned during the month in the Seed, Beads and More group. Oh, Anne says, you might have bruised a nerve. You are right. It feels like, yeah, I still feel it. It is not normal to feel it after like 5 hours, right? And Lynn says, put some arnica or tea tree on it. I will actually ask in the pharmacy. If by tomorrow it's not gone completely, I will ask for this. Joanna says, I love coffee time with Erika. Katie says, yes, and they call it the funny bone. Nothing funny about hitting it. I agree with you. Nicolene, Nicolene is asking, what do you mean with the story of your traveler? We were learning the basics of bead embroidery together in the Seed, Beads and More group in May. By the way, all the videos, they are now available also on my page, if you would like to look them up. And every one of the beaders, they kind of worked with a different kind of story, because I invited beaders to choose a coin or a stone which brings back a special memory or makes them remember of a place, a person, whatever. So I put together an article featuring some of the pieces made during May. I will actually put here the link so you don't have to search for it. And there will be another article, because there are so many different stories, so many beautiful jewels. So I will actually continue, and I will put together one more article. So if you have done the traveler, then you can also participate. And Denise says, this pattern is so awesome. I'm gonna order it after this video. Thank you for all the beading together videos you are doing. The world needs more of this type of kindness. Thank you so much, Denise. And you know, like this time with you ladies, this is my happy place. And as like, I feel like this is something really good, and all of you are so kind to each other. And when I see you interacting with each other, and I see that leaders who before spending time together did not know each other, now they are writing to each other, started to interact, whatever, and that makes me really happy. That's my contribution to world peace. And you are part of it. How are you doing with your bezels? I am on the back now, adding beads in the first row. Next week, it seems, I already know that what is happening next week. And next week we will be working on a pendant with the same beads as now. But I will reveal it on Monday or Tuesday. You still have to wait a bit. Anita says she has to go. See you next time. Have a nice weekend, Anita. It was nice spending time with you. And ladies, for finishing your earrings, or you can actually make also a small pendant from it, or as Susie did, you can attach your Tuschinski to a filigree brooch and wear it as a brooch on your coat. So after bezeling the cabochon, by the way, if you have the I was pretty sure I have the book here. If you have the How to Protect Your Work. What's the... Okay, without coffee, my brain is not working. Yeah, here it is. How to make your work last by covering the back of your peyote bezels. If you have the ebook from me, then you can also cover, of course, the back of your cabochon in the Tuschinski earrings to make sure that they last long. And after finishing your bezel, what you will need to do is that you attach a DELICA bead at the top. Just a moment. Yeah, exactly opposite of the joint, you will need to attach a DELICA bead into the ditch, we say, and then on the DELICA bead, you will attach 5 pieces of number 15 round seed beads to form a loop for your earring hook. Please make sure to reinforce the earring loop, and afterward you can secure and trim all thread ends and attach the hook, and then repeat and bead the other half of the earring. Angelica is asking, is it more form and sizes coming soon to the ebook? Actually, yes. I already have one done, and at the end of June, I hope to publish the third edition of the book. So those of you who already have the book, you will automatically get the third edition to your email. Please make sure that you also check the spam folder when I announce that it was sent out, because unfortunately often our emails end up in your spam folders. In that case, when you find your email in the spam folder, then what you need to do is that add us to your between your contacts and mark us that we are not spam, we are beads. Then the following emails should be all right. And Margaret is asking if the pattern is already available. Yes, indeed. At the usual page, thestorytellingjeweler.com/no one has to be alone / and you can make a decision, as always, that if because of COVID you got into a troublesome situation, then please accept the tutorial as my gift. And if you can still afford, then for €3 only, you can buy the printable file, and this way you can help me with coming up with new designs for you and making sure that there will be more No One Has to Be Alone sessions. Jana says, thank you, Erika. I wish you all a beautiful weekend. Relax, take a walk, take a nap. Naps are good for adults too. You are so right. Can't wait to join you all next week. Thank you, dear Joanna. Brigitte also has to leave. So I will also say goodbye if you don't have any more questions. I will be waiting for you in the group. And let's continue with the after party in the Storytelling Beading Club, and let's share with each other our progress or finished earrings or pictures of our sets, the bracelet and the earrings together. I would love to see that. So thank you very much, ladies, for keeping each other's company today. I loved beading with you. And don't forget, next week on Tuesday, I am waiting for you with Coffee Time with Erika. Keep an eye out for our contest. Check out the new article on the blog. This week we added the pomegranate tutorial, so pomegranate kits. So in case you would like to have one, then that's also available in the eShop now. And just to tease you a bit, I have to say that very soon we will have lots of new products in the eShop. Many of you really started to like the pendant and brooch components in one, which I used for the new jewel turtle. So those will be back in stock very soon, also in a golden version. We will have new drops, new tassels, new MIYUKI beads, new check beads waiting for you in very, very nice colors. So thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Take a good rest during the weekend, and see you in the Storytelling Beading Club. Goodbye, everyone. Love you.